The curse of Agamemnon's house, also known as the House of Atreus, is a multi-generational curse that has plagued the lineage of Atreus with mistrust, murder, and mayhem. It all began with King Tantalus, who attempted to deceive the gods by serving them the flesh of his own son, Pelops. This act of deceit and disrespect towards the gods set off a chain of events that would ultimately lead to the downfall of the House of Atreus. After the death of Pelops, his brothers, Thyestes and Atreus, engaged in a bitter power struggle for control of the kingdom. Atreus ultimately emerged victorious and took the throne, but the seeds of mistrust had already been sown between the brothers. In a cruel act of revenge, Atreus served Thyestes his own children for dinner, further perpetuating the cycle of violence and betrayal within the family. The curse continued to manifest in the next generation with Atreus' sons, Agamemnon and Menelaus. Agamemnon, in particular, bore the brunt of the curse as he became embroiled in a series of tragic events that would ultimately lead to his demise. One of the most well-known tragedies in the House of Atreus is the sacrifice of Agamemnon's daughter, Iphigenia. Agamemnon angered the goddess Artemis, and in order to appease her, he was forced to sacrifice his own daughter. This act of betrayal and sacrifice further fueled the curse that had been haunting the family for generations. The curse of Agamemnon's house also played a central role in the events surrounding the Trojan War. Agamemnon led the Greek forces in the war against Troy, but his actions and decisions during the conflict were heavily influenced by the curse. His hubris and arrogance led to a series of misfortunes for the Greek army, and ultimately, his own downfall. One of the most tragic moments in the House of Atreus came with the return of Agamemnon from the Trojan War. He was greeted with suspicion and resentment by his wife, Clytemnestra, who had taken a lover in his absence. Clytemnestra, fueled by anger and a desire for revenge, ultimately conspired with her lover, Aegisthus, to murder Agamemnon upon his return. This act of betrayal and violence further perpetuated the curse that had plagued the family for generations. The curse of Agamemnon's house was not limited to just the immediate family, but also extended to their descendants. Orestes, the son of Agamemnon and Clytemnestra, was caught in the web of the curse and found himself torn between avenging his father's death and honoring his mother. His actions and decisions only served to further perpetuate the cycle of violence and betrayal within the family. The curse of Agamemnon's house served as a cautionary tale in Greek mythology, illustrating the destructive power of mistrust, betrayal, and violence. The events that unfolded within the House of Atreus serve as a reminder of the consequences of hubris and the importance of honoring the gods. The curse ultimately led to the downfall of a once great family, leaving a legacy of tragedy and despair in its wake.